Your old boss, your colleagues, your teachers, your parents have probably all told you that you need to learn to manage your time better. But after trying all of the time management tips and tricks, you still never feel like you're on top of it, growing the business you're actually excited to run and achieving the freedom that you dreamed about when you started your business, because there's always more to do. In this video, we're going to show you what traditional time management completely misses and how the time freedom you want has virtually nothing to do with managing time at all. If you've ever taken a time management course, then you probably know most of what they focus on is how to be efficient, do more things faster. But if you've been focused on getting more efficient and doing more things faster, it's likely you've been doing some of these kinds of things. Ever spent days or weeks trying to organize your files when in reality, you're organizing a lot of stuff you don't really use? Maybe you've set a goal or a deadline for a product launch and then pushed yourself so hard you were up till 2 a.m. or getting up early in the morning for weeks or months until you finally took that nosedive right into burnout. Or maybe you've been perpetually on the hunt for that perfect task management tech tool that's finally going to make everything feel faster and easier, only to become disenchanted again and realize that you're leaving a trail of system false starts behind you as you keep looking for something better. When you're stuck on just doing more faster, then you are almost certainly missing the 5 elements you actually need to feel more focused, more intentional, more effective, and yes, more successful in your business. And you really do need all 5, which is why I want to teach you the 5 elements of the Freedom Evolution method, so that you can finally stop vaguely managing your time with a bunch of tips and tricks and instead start using specific, highly effective strategies to create the time freedom that you really want. So let's dive in to element number 1, vision and direction. I'm sure you've learned about SMART goals, annual plans, 10-year horizons. And here's where I'm going to tell you to throw all of those traditional corporate concepts straight out the window, because for entrepreneurs, they are massively disempowering and destructive. Think about the last time you didn't achieve a SMART goal. How did that feel? How much time did you lose beating yourself up, thinking you're a failure, feeling frustrated that you didn't reach your goal when you know you worked your hardest and it still didn't happen? Well, how is all of that frustration and negative thinking helping you achieve your vision? Intentional living starts with, yes, knowing what you want. You do need to define what you're choosing to work towards, because that vision for your future becomes the basis for all the rest of your decisions. But most of the boring traditional teachings that you've heard about turning that vision into SMART goals are actually a huge waste of time. Instead, what you really need to learn are an intentional, empowering, and flexible set of strategies to define your future and to manage your priorities so that you can invest your time intentionally on what matters to you. Focus on moving toward what you want each and every day until you achieve it. That's it. That is the goal. Which brings me perfectly to element number 2, action and execution. Of course, you know that to achieve any vision, you need to take action, right? That's obvious. But how are you deciding which action you're doing today? Have you ever wasted days doing actions that were kind of minor or meaningless? After all, you can do busy work super fast and efficiently, but that's not going to achieve your vision. And it's so easy to get sucked into your email inbox, feeling like you're doing important work, but really just blowing a ton of time. You want to consistently and powerfully take action toward your vision every single day, right? And it's time to stop relying on our unreliable minds to make decisions about what we're choosing to do. Similarly, that scatter of Post-it notes or scribbles of random to-dos throughout your entire notebook, they're just not going to cut it anymore. Those approaches don't allow you to make strategic decisions, to consider all your options carefully. Choose the one that is most important to focus on right now. Similarly, if you want to become the visionary CEO for your business, you need a system to manage the flow of work through your whole team. So you know exactly what's happening on every active project, where things are getting stuck, who's got the ball right now, which is why you need a master list system. This is your business's backbone. A consistent project management system that allows you and every member of your team to manage the actionable information and choose what to do today. This system is how you make decisions powerfully about how you invest your time every day, every hour. And if you're an entrepreneur looking to grow your business, I guarantee you are going to need to step up your project management systems if you want to succeed. But sometimes just knowing what needs to be done doesn't ensure you're actually able to do it, right? So let's explore element number 3, energy. This is the one thing that almost everyone misses, but it is truly a game changer. Have you ever had plenty of time to do something on your to-do list, but you're completely wiped out, drained, couldn't focus on that task even if you tried? Then you have experienced the importance of managing your energy, because often our energy is an even more limited resource than our time. And I'm the mom of a toddler. Believe me, I know. We are human beings, not machines. We don't have on and off switches. Our energy levels are impacted by so many different things: what we eat, how much we exercise, our emotions, our thoughts, our mental focus, as well as the motivation and the why behind our actions. What many of us fail to appreciate because we're so obsessed with time is that we have the ability to expand and manage our energy capacity. And that is what actually allows us to use our time productively. Just like an athlete training for a competition by adjusting their diet, prioritizing sleep, improving their mental focusing skills, and so much more, so that they can feel optimally ready for the big game. What if you used those same skills to expand your energy capacity so you could truly be the best version of yourself each and every day? That is what learning to manage your energy can make possible. Now, you've got the vision to work toward, the master list system to take strategic, intentional action, and you're maximizing your energy capacity. Now you can start to care about improving your efficiency through element number 4, workspace organization. Sure, at some point your effectiveness does improve with efficiency, which means that when you get your digital and physical worlds organized, then you will absolutely save yourself some time and energy. No more hunting through 3 different cloud storage accounts trying to remember where did you save that file. No more redoing work that you're sure you started, but now you can't find, or forgetting your passwords to various accounts. No more sitting in uncomfortable chairs, trying to get work done, only to have your body feel achy and awful by the end of the day. Taking the time to set up our digital and physical workspaces to streamline our lives saves us time and allows us to focus on getting our important, impactful work done. But if you skipped the other elements, then just organization and optimization alone can actually become a huge time waster, because you're organizing information you don't actually need to move your business forward. Now, let's say that you're clear on your vision. You're making effective decisions about taking action. You've maximized your energy capacity and you've cut out the waste through better organization. Still, at some point as an entrepreneur, you're going to recognize that your time is limited. So let's dive into element number 5, collaboration. When you simply can't take on any new clients, do large projects, or grow your business to that next level on your own, then something's got to give. Your ability to help, serve, and impact others will be perpetually hindered if you don't learn the skills needed to hire, interview, train, delegate, and manage the work and performance of a team that can support the growth of your business. There truly is a limit to what a solo entrepreneur can do. Maybe you've tried to hire and, well, it was kind of a disaster. They didn't get the job done. You felt like you were always having to chase them for work. Maybe you fell back into that assumption it's just easier to do things yourself. If that sounds familiar, then it's likely you have felt the growing pains because you didn't learn some of those key collaboration skills. Or you didn't install all 5 elements into your business before accelerating your growth and team expansion. Collaboration skills are just like every other part of your business. They're learned. And if you've struggled with hiring, delegating, or managing others before, working on these skills is mission critical if you actually want to build a business rather than just a job. That's it. Now you know the 5 elements you need: vision and direction, action and execution, energy, workspace organization, and collaboration. And none of these elements are optional if you want your business to succeed and grow to the next level without burning you to a crisp. But even more than that, developing these 5 elements is how you can step into your future as the visionary CEO and true leader for your company. So if you feel the truth of this, if you're recognizing that the old stuff you learned about time management is due for an upgrade, then you are ready to dive into the Road to Inspired Action free video training series. In this powerful series, I take you even deeper into understanding why traditional corporate time management concepts aren't going to help you grow your 21st century entrepreneurial business, and how each of these 5 elements can finally help you create the time freedom that you dreamed about when you first started your business. So head on over to chosencourse.com/I want more and start this free video training today. It's time, Freedom Lover, to stop doing the stuff that's not working and discover how the 5 elements of the Freedom Evolution can bring you the true freedom you crave. Ready to have your mind blown? I will see you there.